Now, South African entrepreneurs, like their colleagues right across the continent, face some pretty tough challenges. And like most other countries, government has realized that it's important to nurture the sector to give those entrepreneurs a leg up. Now, there are many initiatives aimed at stimulating people who are looking to break out and start their own businesses. Angelo Coppola caught up with a serial entrepreneur, Andile Khumalo, in Johannesburg. He's a chartered accountant, co-founder of this very successful power firm, and the chief investment officer from MSG Holdings.
What is the key element? What do you look for in a successful entrepreneur?
If you don't have the passion for what you're doing, you won't be able to persevere because this thing is difficult. It is very, very hard. So the passion allows you to keep going, notwithstanding the big challenges that you are faced with, particularly when you're starting out in an environment or in a space where there are very big corporate firms that are still considered your competition with bigger balance sheet, bigger clienteles, bigger technologies, bigger reaches, bigger everything than you have. To get through that, you gotta at least love the thing that you're doing. It's gotta have a bigger purpose than just make money.
There's also a truism that an entrepreneur also mustn't be afraid of failure. Tell me about that. Why is that so important in the makeup of a successful entrepreneur?
You have to be somebody who can go through a very difficult period and be able to pick yourself up when you need to then get back on, because it's game day and you need to pitch up for something and bring all of you in it. There's going to be a lot of disappointments. By nature, it comes with disappointments. I call it death. Failure for entrepreneurs, for me, is like death to human beings. It's going to happen. The only thing you don't know is when it's going to happen.
Now, there are two schools of thought. Do you need to be formally educated or qualified to become a successful entrepreneur or not? Or is there another route that many people take?
I do think that it gives you some credibility. It gives you some advantage to have a very good base of business skills. And that can come from, university studies. It can come from having worked in a business, I think there's a lot of value in, even before you start your business, to go into the industry you eventually want to go into, but go and work for a company.
Now some would say that it's all about taking risks, because if you don't take risks, you don't get those returns. And that's important for an entrepreneur, isn't it?
They define entrepreneurship as taking a risk to make a return. So you have to be somebody linked to failure. You have to be somebody who's happy to take a risk. If you're going to do something that is run-by-the-mill stuff that everybody else is doing, chances are you're not going to be that successful. So you've got to have it in you to take some risks and do some things that other people look at you and go, you're crazy. And I think the more I see entrepreneurs do that kind of stuff, the more I believe that indeed the answer is not in hoping for big business and the big grand economy to be creating the jobs. I think the answer is creating businesses that can create job opportunities.